Audio Flair.
Think and Grow Rich, the ultimate blueprint for success and wealth. The vision of Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill was a man on a mission. Born in 1883, he became obsessed with uncovering the secrets behind wealth and success. His book, Think and Grow Rich, became the best-selling personal development book of the century, not because it was filled with theories, but because it was built on decades of research into what truly makes people rich. Hill spent years studying some of the wealthiest and most influential figures in history: John D. Rockefeller, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Charles Schwab, and Alexander Graham Bell, among others. He wanted to know why these men had amassed enormous wealth, while so many others barely scraped by. What he discovered was a set of timeless principles that every successful person follows, whether they realize it or not. Although nearly 90 years have passed since this book was written, the lessons it contains are just as powerful today. Success, Hill believed, was not reserved for a select few. It could be achieved by anyone who understood and applied these principles with determination and persistence. Now, let's dive into the 13 core principles that have helped countless individuals build wealth and transform their lives. Principle 1. Desire, the fire that ignites success. Every great achievement begins with a burning, unstoppable desire, not a wish, not a vague hope, but an obsession so strong that it becomes the driving force behind every action. Hill makes it clear, success does not come to those who kind of want it. It comes to those who want it so badly that they refuse to accept failure as an option. But desire alone is not enough. It needs direction and focus. Hill lays out 6 steps to turn a simple dream into an inevitable reality. First, you must be crystal clear about what you want. No vague goals, no uncertainty. Decide exactly how much money you want to make and by what date you intend to achieve it. Then, recognize that nothing comes for free. You must be willing to give something in return, whether it's your time, effort, skills, or expertise. Once you've established these details, create a definite plan and take action immediately, even if you don't feel fully prepared. But here's the secret sauce. Write everything down in a clear, compelling statement and read it out loud to yourself twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed. Speak it with such conviction and belief that your mind starts treating it as reality. Hill insists that you must see yourself already in possession of the wealth you desire, because until you believe it's possible, it will never happen. A powerful example of this principle in action is Edwin C. Barnes. Barnes didn't just hope to work with Thomas Edison. He decided he would become Edison's business partner. Even though Edison had never heard of him, Barnes showed up at his office with nothing but a burning desire. Edison didn't give him the opportunity he wanted at first, but Barnes took whatever job was available and worked tirelessly for 5 years, waiting for his chance. When the opportunity finally came, an invention that Edison's sales team had dismissed, Barnes saw what others didn't. He seized the moment, developed a plan, and proved the product's success, ultimately achieving his goal of becoming Edison's business partner. His story proves that desire, when backed by action and persistence, is unstoppable. Principle 2. Faith, the key to unlocking infinite intelligence. Faith is more than just hope. It is the unshakable belief that you will achieve your goal, even when there is no visible proof. Hill explains that when your thoughts, emotions, and actions align with unwavering faith, you tap into a higher intelligence that begins working in your favor. Without faith, doubts creep in, and when doubt takes over, success becomes impossible. Hill presents a self-confidence formula to cultivate faith. First, you must truly believe that you have the ability to accomplish your goal. The thoughts you allow to dominate your mind will eventually manifest into reality, so you must make sure that the beliefs you hold are empowering, not limiting. The desires you persistently think about will search for ways to become real, and you must commit fully to your definite goal, never giving up until you reach it. By maintaining this deep level of faith, you will naturally attract the right people, ideas, and opportunities that align with your mission. Many people unknowingly program themselves for failure because they believe they are destined for poverty or struggle. They accept their circumstances as fixed, never realizing that their thoughts and beliefs are shaping their reality. Hill warns that if your subconscious mind is filled with negative expectations, it will create conditions that prove those expectations right. But when faith is used correctly, it becomes a superpower, a force that allows you to speak success into existence. Principle 3. Autosuggestion. The power of repetition. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between real and imagined thoughts. It simply absorbs whatever you consistently feed it. Autosuggestion is the practice of deliberately impressing positive, success-driven thoughts onto your subconscious so that they become part of your belief system. Hill explains that every thought you allow to dominate your mind, whether positive or negative, eventually manifests in your life. This is why guarding your thoughts is essential. The key to using autosuggestion effectively is repetition and emotional intensity. It's not enough to just think about success occasionally. You must saturate your mind with thoughts of abundance, wealth, and achievement every single day. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant will grow. If you plant seeds of fear, doubt, and failure, you will harvest a life filled with obstacles and setbacks. But if you plant seeds of confidence, prosperity, and victory, you will begin to see opportunities and ideas that lead you straight to success. Hill emphasizes that no thought can influence the subconscious mind without autosuggestion, unless it is absorbed involuntarily from your environment. This means that if you are not actively controlling what enters your mind, the world will do it for you. To reprogram your subconscious, read your written goal statement aloud twice daily with feeling and conviction. Combine this with visualization. Imagine yourself already living the life you desire. The more real and vivid this mental image becomes, the more powerfully it will influence your subconscious. Over time, this practice will transform your thoughts, actions, and results. Principle 4. Specialized knowledge. The power of focused learning. General knowledge has little value when it comes to building wealth. Hill makes it clear, specialized knowledge, when organized and applied with a definite purpose, is what creates success. Many people assume that intelligence alone leads to riches, but Hill argues that it's not what you know, it's how you use what you know. One of the richest men in history, Andrew Carnegie, openly admitted that he knew little about the technical side of the steel business. What he did have, however, was access to a group of highly skilled experts who provided the knowledge he needed. This is the essence of specialized knowledge. You don't need to know everything, you just need to know how to access the right people and resources. Hill stresses that knowledge alone is not power. It only becomes power when it is directed toward a definite goal. Many people spend their lives collecting useless information, never applying it to create real success. The truly wealthy are those who continuously seek out the right knowledge, refine their skills, and surround themselves with experts who can help them achieve their vision. Principle 5. Imagination. The engine of innovation and wealth. Everything you see around you, the phone in your hand, the car you drive, the skyscrapers that shape a city's skyline, was once just a thought in someone's mind. Hill argues that imagination is the true birthplace of wealth, because before anything can exist physically, it must first exist mentally. The most successful individuals are those who train their minds to think beyond the ordinary, who refuse to accept things as they are, and instead envision what they could be. Hill explains that imagination comes in two forms. Synthetic imagination is the ability to take existing ideas, experiences, or concepts and rearrange them into something new. This is how many successful businesses are built, by improving upon what already exists. On the other hand, creative imagination is the process of generating entirely new ideas, often through inspiration, gut feelings, or intuition. The greatest breakthroughs in history, electricity, airplanes, the internet, came from individuals who tapped into creative imagination. Your imagination can either be your greatest asset or your biggest limitation. If you fill your mind with doubt, fear, and impossibility, it will become a prison that keeps you stuck in mediocrity. But if you fuel it with ambition, curiosity, and a relentless desire to create, it will become the most powerful tool you will ever own. Hill encourages readers to actively train their imagination by exposing themselves to new experiences, stimulating environments, and challenging ideas. If you feel stuck, change your surroundings. Take a walk in nature, visit a museum, or sit in a bustling cafe where your mind can absorb fresh inspiration. A trained imagination will open doors you never even knew existed. Principle 6. Organized planning, the blueprint for turning dreams into reality. Desire alone won't get you rich. Faith alone won't make you successful. Even imagination, as powerful as it is, will remain just a fantasy if you don't back it up with a detailed strategic plan. Hill makes it clear, riches and success only come to those who create clear, actionable plans and execute them with precision. The first step to creating a solid plan is aligning yourself with the right people. No one succeeds alone, and the most successful individuals surround themselves with smart, capable, and driven people who complement their strengths. Hill calls this group the mastermind, a team of individuals working toward a common goal, pooling their knowledge, skills, and resources to accelerate success. But assembling a team isn't enough. You must ensure that everyone is in perfect harmony. Disagreements, ego battles, and lack of vision can destroy even the best plans. If conflict arises within your mastermind group, fix it immediately, because a divided team will never reach its full potential. Hill warns that temporary defeat is inevitable. When your first plan fails, and it will, you must be willing to adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. Most people quit too soon, believing that failure is permanent. But the true winners treat failure as feedback, a signal that their plan needs refining, not a sign to give up. He also lists 11 essential leadership traits that separate great leaders from followers: courage, self-discipline, decisiveness, integrity, the ability to take responsibility, and a willingness to go beyond what is expected. True leaders do not blame others for their failures. They take ownership and keep pushing forward until they find success. Principle 7. Decision. The ability to commit without hesitation. One of the greatest enemies of success is indecision. Hill makes it clear, the most successful people make decisions quickly and firmly, while those who fail hesitate, overthink, and constantly change their minds. The wealthiest individuals in history did not wait for perfect conditions or approval from others. They made bold choices and stuck to them. Think about how many people dream of starting a business, investing, or making a major life change, but never actually take the leap. They analyze every possible outcome, ask for endless opinions, and get trapped in a loop of uncertainty. Meanwhile, the successful ones act. They gather the best information available, make a decision, and move forward with confidence. Hill emphasizes that procrastination is the enemy of progress. Every second you delay an important decision, you lose momentum, opportunities, and confidence. This is why so many people stay stuck in mediocrity. They refuse to commit to a course of action. But here's the kicker: decision-making is a skill that can be trained. The more you practice making quick, confident choices, the more natural it becomes. The people who achieve massive wealth and influence don't have all the answers when they start. They simply trust themselves to figure it out along the way. Hill studied hundreds of self-made millionaires and found that they all had this habit. They made decisions quickly and changed them slowly, if at all. The unsuccessful, on the other hand, changed their minds frequently and hesitated at every turn. If you want to be rich, you must train yourself to make decisions with certainty and conviction. Now, here's something crucial. Stop letting other people's opinions dictate your choices. If you constantly look to others for validation, you will never create a life of your own design. The world is full of people who are eager to impose their opinions on you, most of whom have never achieved success themselves. Hill warns that if you let others influence your decisions, you are handing them control over your future. This principle alone can change everything for you. Decide what you want, make a plan, take action, and never let fear or hesitation hold you back again. Principle 8. Persistence, the weapon against failure. Here's the truth that most people don't want to hear. Most people quit too soon. They get excited about an idea, start working on it, face a few obstacles, and then give up. Hill discovered that the single greatest difference between those who succeed and those who fail is persistence. Think about the most successful people in history. Do you believe they never faced setbacks, rejections, or failures? Of course they did. But they had one thing that separated them from the rest. They refused to quit. Persistence is the insurance policy against failure. It means continuing to push forward even when everything seems against you. It means facing rejection after rejection, but refusing to lose faith. It means doing whatever it takes, no matter how long it takes, until you achieve what you set out to do. The biggest misconception about success is that it happens overnight. People look at billionaires, industry leaders, and innovators and assume they got lucky. But what they don't see is the years of relentless effort, the sleepless nights, the countless failures, and the determination that refused to die. Hill outlines the key traits of highly persistent individuals. A clear purpose. They know exactly what they want and won't stop until they get it. Self-reliance. They trust themselves to figure it out. A solid plan. They aren't just blindly working. They adjust their strategy as needed. Accurate knowledge. They learn from their mistakes instead of being discouraged by them. Strong willpower. They do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. Few people truly understand the power of persistence because they've never pushed past their breaking point. Those who do, they unlock doors that others will never see. Principle 9. The power of the mastermind. Surround yourself with giants. Success is never a one-person job. Every great entrepreneur, leader, or innovator has a powerful network of smart, ambitious, and like-minded individuals who elevate their thinking and expand their opportunities. Hill calls this the mastermind, and it's one of the most important principles in this book. The truth is, you are only as powerful as the people you surround yourself with. If you are constantly surrounded by people who think small, complain, or lack ambition, their mindset will rub off on you. But if you intentionally build a network of high achievers, their energy, ideas, and influence will propel you forward at an accelerated rate. Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in history, built his empire using this principle. He personally knew very little about steel production, but he surrounded himself with the best experts in the world. By leveraging their knowledge and forming a powerful mastermind group, he became a billionaire. If you want to achieve massive success, you must start surrounding yourself with people who push you to a higher level. Seek out mentors, advisors, business partners, and friends who will challenge you to think bigger, move faster, and become unstoppable. Principle 10. The mystery of sex transmutation, transforming energy into success. Napoleon Hill introduces a concept that might seem unusual at first, but upon deeper reflection, it reveals one of the most powerful forces in human potential: sex transmutation. Hill argues that sexual energy is one of the strongest drives in human nature, but most people fail to recognize its full power. Instead of allowing this energy to be wasted on fleeting pleasures, Successful individuals learn to harness and redirect it toward their ambitions, creativity, and personal achievements. Hill points out two major observations based on historical studies. The men who have accomplished the greatest feats, whether in business, science, literature, or the arts, were those with highly developed sexual energy. Their intensity and drive were often fueled by this powerful force, which they converted into a relentless pursuit of success. Many highly successful men were profoundly influenced or motivated by a woman. The desire to impress, win, or maintain a powerful connection with a partner often became the catalyst for extraordinary achievements. This principle is rooted in human nature. Since ancient times, men have hunted, built, fought, and conquered to prove their worth. Even in the animal kingdom, creatures go to great lengths to display dominance and attract a mate. Hill explains that this deep-rooted instinct can be either a tool for greatness or a force of destruction, depending on how it is channeled. Men who fail to control their sexual impulses often become reckless, distracted, and unable to sustain long-term success. On the other hand, those who master the art of transmutation, the redirection of sexual energy into focused ambition and creativity, develop an almost magnetic power that others can sense. Some of the most influential figures in history, including Leonardo da Vinci, Thomas Edison, and Andrew Carnegie, exhibited extraordinary discipline and dedication to their work, often redirecting their energy toward innovation rather than indulgence. Many of the world's top business leaders today credit their ability to stay focused, maintain discipline, and channel their energy into their businesses as key factors in their success. Hill clarifies that sex transmutation does not mean suppressing or denying sexual energy. It means learning to control and harness it. This energy, when properly redirected, fuels confidence, leadership, persuasion, and the relentless drive required to succeed. The takeaway here is simple. Those who allow their passions to control them remain slaves to impulse, but those who learn to control their passions master their destiny. Principle 11. The subconscious mind. The silent architect of Destiny Hill describes the subconscious mind as a vast and powerful force that shapes our reality, even though most people are completely unaware of its influence. The subconscious is constantly at work, absorbing every thought, belief, and experience, and turning them into our habits, decisions, and results in life. Here's the most important thing to understand. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between positive and negative thoughts. It accepts whatever you repeatedly feed it. If you constantly dwell on fear, doubt, and failure, your subconscious will manifest situations that align with those beliefs. But if you train your mind to focus on success, confidence, and abundance, your subconscious will begin to create the conditions necessary to bring those desires into reality. Hill makes it clear that you cannot entirely control your subconscious mind, but you can influence it. The way to do this is through repetition, emotion, and faith. This is why auto-suggestion, from principle number 3, is so important. By repeatedly affirming your goals, speaking them aloud with belief, and visualizing them as already achieved, you program your subconscious to work in your favor. Think of your subconscious as the soil in which your thoughts are planted. If you plant seeds of success, determination, and confidence, you will harvest a life of abundance and achievement. But if you allow weeds of fear, worry, and negativity to take root, they will choke out your potential and keep you in mediocrity. The subconscious mind is also the bridge between the conscious mind, what you actively think about, and infinite intelligence, Hill's term for the unseen power that connects all great ideas, intuition, and knowledge. Many of the world's greatest inventors, artists, and business leaders have spoken about receiving flashes of inspiration, a sudden brilliant idea that seems to come from nowhere. This is the subconscious mind at work, pulling in information and insights that conscious thought alone could never access. To train your subconscious mind for success, you must take control of what you feed it. Be conscious of your dominant thoughts. They are shaping your future. Practice daily affirmations. Speak and visualize your success as if it is already happening. Replace fear with faith. Your mind cannot hold both at the same time. Choose faith. Surround yourself with positive influences. Your environment feeds your subconscious, so be selective. In short, your subconscious mind is always working. Make sure it's working in your favor. Principle 12. The brain. The broadcasting and receiving station of Thought Hill takes the concept of thought to the next level by explaining that your brain is not just an organ. It is a transmitter and receiver of energy. Every thought you have carries a vibration, and that vibration attracts similar energy back to you. This is why successful people seem to attract opportunities, ideas, and other successful individuals into their lives. They operate on a different mental frequency than the average person. Hill explains that thoughts charged with strong emotions vibrate at a higher frequency, making them more powerful and influential. This is why a clear, burning desire combined with faith can create extraordinary results. The brain sends out these vibrations into the universe, and in return, it attracts conditions that match the frequency of those thoughts. This principle also connects to the mastermind group. Principle number 9. When multiple minds come together, especially those who are driven by a shared purpose, their combined mental energy creates a force far greater than the sum of its parts. This is why great business empires, groundbreaking inventions, and revolutionary ideas often come from collaborations rather than isolated individuals. If you want to tap into the power of your brain as a receiver of high-level thought, you must keep your mind filled with positive, success-oriented thoughts. Avoid negative energy, toxic influences, and limiting beliefs. Surround yourself with high-achieving individuals who operate at a higher level. Maintain a high level of faith and belief in your goals. This keeps your brain in the right vibrational frequency. Your brain is capable of far more than most people will ever realize, but only those who train their minds to operate at peak levels will experience its full power. Principle 13. The sixth sense, the gateway to infinite intelligence. Hill saves the most mystical and powerful principle for last. The sixth sense is the ability to receive instant flashes of insight, inspiration, or warning without logical reasoning. It is a higher form of intelligence that only those who master the previous 12 principles can access. This is the gut feeling, the intuition, the sudden idea that leads to a breakthrough. Hill argues that the greatest minds in history all relied on this higher intelligence. They trusted their instincts, acted on flashes of inspiration, and followed their inner guidance without hesitation. The sixth sense does not develop overnight. It comes from deep mental conditioning, from years of programming the subconscious mind with success-oriented thoughts, faith, and a burning desire for achievement. The more you train your mind through autosuggestion, persistence, decision-making, and emotional control, the more you open yourself up to receiving higher wisdom and insights. When you reach this level, you will begin to receive ideas that seem to come from nowhere, flashes of genius that set you apart from the rest. The greatest leaders, inventors, and entrepreneurs all had this ability, and you can develop it too. Every single principle in Think and Grow Rich leads to this truth. Success is a choice. If you follow these principles, you will achieve wealth, power, and greatness. If you want to learn how to keep the wealth that you create, then listen to The Psychology of Money. And if you want to master your subconscious, then listen to The Science of Getting Rich. I have linked both of them at the end of the video. Thanks for listening, and I will see you in the next one.